Good morning, lads and lassies. How are yous?
It's Tuesday.
Look who's back. Shady's back. Well, you had a good day yesterday?
It was fun.
Yeah. They were raucous.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
But they deserved it.
Yeah.
26 years. They haven't up to playing senior football now for 26 years.
There you go. It's the luck of the shees.
Yeah. We sponsored the ball for the quarterfinal. They won. They said, so we might as well go again. We said we'll sponsor the semi-final.
Yes.
And they won. I actually stupidly opened my mouth and I said, as long as you keep winning, I'll keep sponsoring.
You did?
Yeah. And they went and won the final as well. And so they were in the pub yesterday. I'd say there's a few delicate heads this morning. Or I'd say they haven't stopped. I'd say they're still on.
What was it? 4:45, I think they fell out of the clubhouse.
On Sunday night.
On Sunday night, and then they were in our place for 12.
Yeah. So Katie's back, as I say. I feel better now that my sidekick's back. We are Tuesday, as she said, and we're flying along. Actually, the room's starting to come into shape and all that sort of stuff as well. One of the things that I didn't, it's not out there in the world yet, is Niall.
I know.
Niall left us.
He did.
He didn't leave us in bad terms like that. He's going to chase a dream, and we were 100% supportive. And hopefully at some stage he's going to come back and he's going to be the financial director of our little group of businesses.
And he'll be the one to do it too.
He will be the one to do it, absolutely. Yeah.
So Niall, if you do watch our videos, best of luck, and we do miss you.
Yeah. Redbreast. So we have, again, as we were saying, every month that the auctions to grow, but this month we seem to have a real good collection of Redbreast in it. So the single casks up the top, Ellen, we'll start off with them. The single cask collection, there's now about 32, 33 we think. There could be a few more because they just literally, they're sneaky. The lighter colours are the old presentation, and the darker colours with the band along the front are the new presentation. According to all sources, they are discontinued. They're not doing any more Redbreast single casks. I think there is one or two more to come out, or they might be out already. Redbreast, the Temple Bar have a new one, and I think there might be one for Northern Ireland as well. But that's it. According to Middleton, they are finished with these. I know a few good customers of Middleton have tried to get them, and they said no, they're not doing them anymore. So you have things like the Power single casks, or you have ultimately the Middleton single casks, the likes of Adair and Ashford and all them do them as well. But you've got to have the deep owl pockets to do that. And so it means that this collection is just going to get harder and harder to get. I mean, the bottles, I know a lot of them have been opened and drank, but the ones that are out there, guys that have the full collections, they're quite rare. I would have a fair few of them. I don't have a complete collection yet. Am I allowed to finish it?
I don't care.
Okay. Of these, as I said, there's a few ones that are particularly hard. This one here of the original one, so that's the 25th anniversary of Le Maison de Whiskey. That goes particularly well. The Friend at Hand in Belfast, I know the guys in the Friend at Hand stopped selling them. They wanted to, Willie, obviously, Willie Jack, the owner of the Friend at Hand, is a huge whiskey collector, as everybody knows. The place is a museum down there rather than a shop, but he's not going to sell any more of those as well. You've got the new ones, so there's a Harvey Nichols, the Barrel and Batch, Blake's of the Hollow. One of the most recent releases was the Single Malt Fund release here. That was quite pricey when it first came out as well, so that did push up the price. That one is the later of the Friend at Hand ones. So that's an 18-year-old and was done in bonded in 2003. And then you have this bad boy, which everybody loves. This is the Whiskey Exchange All Port single cask. So a lot of them are Oloroso sherry. I mean, Redbreast would traditionally be the sherry-based pot still from Middleton. But that one was brought out and to massive acclaim. I know guys who will claim that is as good, if not better, than the Method of Madness 28-year-old. And for the price point when it came out, I think it was about €500 whereas the Method of Madness was €2,000.
Yeah.
There was a significant price difference, but that Method of Madness, that Whiskey Exchange All Port is a doozy.
I haven't tried it. And you know me and my port finishes.
Yes, you are a partial a bit.
I am.
Speaking of port finishes, Catherine,
Yes.
we have the new Redbreast small batch. Small batch, I think. Again, it's all a matter of perspective. It's Middleton. But that's the Tawny Port cask edition. So this is part of the Iberian series from them. So previously you would have had the PX cask. Guys love the PX cask, and then ultimately I suppose the Lustau beforehand would have been considered part of it. I don't know whether they branded it as part of it or not.
I don't think they did.
But that is highly sought after. It is trickling out. I can see it all over America, and they're getting it in the shops and they're getting it everywhere. I think people have been unfair to that. My opinion is, when I see commentary of people saying, oh, it's not great, it's not this, it's not that, you're comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah.
When they're comparing that to the PX edition, they really are two different animals. The PX adds so much more oomph to a whiskey. It really does. I mean, we love our PX and our Parla Cortados and that. The Tawny Port is far more subtle. It's a more delicate, refined, and I think ultimately a more balanced whiskey. It doesn't bang you with this flavour.
That's what got
front.
me with the Oloroso.
Yeah.
That really, really, really.
It's just too much of a smack.
Much of a smack.
And that's it. I think that's far more of a subtle whiskey.
It's like the new dream cask.
Yeah.
The old port one.
Yeah.
I think that is freaking. It's probably my favourite of all of them.
All of them.
And I think it is because of the port.
Yeah.
It's not that ram you in the face and then battle you on the way down kind of thing that Oloroso is.
That's very violent.
But for me,
there's no need for such violence. Ramming you and battering you. Anybody would think that it's just enough, woman?
No, but you
shocking.
Know. I know, but it's just got that sort of kick to it that not everybody likes.
No, I'm sure nobody likes being punched and kicked and rammed and everything else. Well, there is these. No, I can't say that. No, you can't. But look, the Tawny Port, I think it is a well-received one. I know there is guys going after it. Is it going to be what the PX was? I think, anecdotally, I think the PX was slightly harder to find. It seemed to be harder, whereas they seem to have got their ducks in a row with getting this out to distribution. It nearly seemed to be released everywhere about the same time. Now, I mean, people were jumping the gun, and some people had it for sale before they were supposed to have it for sale, but hey, that's not a me problem.
No, that's a them problem. Beside
it is the 10-year-old from Redbreast. So this was the original one that was done. This was supposed to be a one-off. It came from Middleton, so unlikely. Once they realised they could make a few quid out of it, they said, oh, let's do that again. So this has been re-released now at a lower ABV and a higher price point.
Yeah, because it's only available in the distillery, isn't it?
Go away and
I'm just saying what...
Just, come on. They're just shocking. I mean,
that's what the PR said.
Yeah, that's what the PR says. I think it's a bit of a boo-boo. Personally, I think they're going overboard with the pricing at the minute. I'm saying it out loud. I'm probably
shooting yourself in the foot.
I'm not really. I'm not a behold in the middle.
Well, I
don't know them, man. They definitely don't know us.
Nope.
But I think the pricing has gone too far. I think that ultimately, I know they're trying to up it to be a more premium prestige thing, but they're forgetting. I mean, still, when you can buy now. Some things they've got right. That new John's Lane cask strength, yes. 90 quid. Brilliant. Well done,
fantastic.
Lads. Well done. It's still a wee bit high, but
you don't mind.
It's don't mind. It is a cracking whiskey. Yeah. But some of these things, 120 quid for that at a lower ABV, and you get to put your name in the front of it. Whatever it is. But not taking away from Redbreast. No, it annoys me. It does, and it sort of. It nearly reflects badly on us in a way, because people go, well, they're trying to get secondary market prices. They see that the auction prices are higher, and they sort of put up their prices. And I sort of go, that's nothing to do with us. Please leave us out of the equation.
No, because if you think of the general public, somebody's looking for a nice drinking whiskey, and Redbreast is a lovely drinking whiskey. There's no denying that. And they go to the Offie or they go to Tesco's or Dunn's, wherever they buy it, and
The Offie is a liquor store.
same diff.
Colloquialisms.
And it's like over £100, and they're thinking, no, I'm going to go find another brand.
Well,
Thank you very much.
And I think that's where they're getting it wrong, Katie. I actually agree with you. I think they're forgetting that, you know, years ago when they had the fields to themselves, they could do whatever they want. Whereas now, there's so many other good whiskies out there at so much better price points that they just might find themselves coming unstuck. I think.
And people are more informed about whiskey now. So.
And bars in particular. I mean, what are we going to promote? Are we going to try and push Brendan or Two Stacks or Dunville's or that? When you know, when to me they're a better value proposition, but also they're a smaller outfit. I mean, they don't. Whereas, look.
Right.
Anyhow.
Carry on.
This is another one of those pieces from history that is in our auction. So this is a full case of Redbreast 12 of the old 1970s, late 1970s, early 1980s Redbreast 12s. So the 750ml with the John Jameson, but it's Gilbeys on the front of it. A full case of 12. I won't take it down. The box itself is quite delicate, and just to show you, you know, you can see where it wasn't in the most perfect of conditions being stored, but saying that, I mean, the lid and all that's intact. I'll slide it out a little bit, Alan. I have to keep my hand underneath it. But there's the case, and there's all the bottles inside. I mean, the box is there if you can get it, Alan. That's cracker. But that is a doozy of a one. So that's in this month's auction. That is, as I say, a case of Redbreast 12. I know a lot of Redbreast collectors out there. It'll be going mad for that one. I think it's a real good one as well. So that's it. Today's Redbreast and Rants.
Yes.
That's what we'll call it.
And ramming.
And ramming. You're such a disappointment. Really are. Shouldn't be talking about things like that. I get into trouble if I have all these innuendos, but it's not me. I'm the innocent one in all
It's
of this.
not. I just made a statement, and I know that after I just said what I said, what was going on in there.
That's shocking. That's terrible.
You can take you nowhere.
You can dress me up. The second time you have to apologise.
Yeah, you can only take them somewhere twice, people.
Right, you finished now. We'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday. We're going live. It's a Halloween auction. We start on Friday. Where spirits move.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Like that. Right, we'll talk to you. See you tomorrow. Bye.